afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for April 17th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. A little heads up for everybody. There's a lot of energy, frequency happening on the planet. It's not a negative. It's a positive. But you may be experiencing vertigo, lightheadedness, some dizziness, some lightly, others, it's across the board. But you'll be experiencing this on and off, so it's not something to be alarmed about. Some people will get alarmed about it, thinking that something's wrong with them, but that's not the case. This is a collective consciousness frequency shift, because as these frequencies continue to go higher, our bodies have to adjust to it. You can't just, expect your body to, be automatic with it. So it's an adjustment period for these frequencies. As you go into the higher frequencies, you will get, some people will feel euphoric, other people will feel how do you put it, disoriented, I'll put it that way. And it's just part of the increasing higher frequencies that are happening with the planet. So if you do experience this, understand what it is. When you understand what it is, your ego mind doesn't take the negative course with it. We realize that we are surrounded by mirrors. Each being that we meet is reflecting some aspect of ourself back to us. So what we're seeing in the reflection today, what are you seeing in your reflection today? Notice what happens when you radiate a deeper love and appreciation towards your mirror. There's great wisdom in watching this reflection. Once we learn or understand that we literally are reflections of each other. It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. We are reflections of each other. So you start looking at it from that perspective and that understanding, everything changes, everything shifts. Our minds often act like a storm of energy and information, spewing out all sorts of thoughts and ideas about this world. It can make the world around us seem chaotic, exciting, boring, or way too much to handle. Our minds are like an overused machine that never gets a break and is always very, very, very busy. All day long, it's spinning around its thoughts, chattering 1,000 miles an hour about this and that. It's as if our minds are caught in their own cracks and cranks and wheels and gears, spinning in the same patterns for years that it once created. If you are caught in the whirling mind, these turbulent thoughts can make your life appear as if it is off course. And I'm pretty sure that I think most of us have experienced this, if not all of us, one time or another. You can actually feel like you're being tossed in many different directions as your mind can throw out random harsh thoughts at you like, hurry up. Why did you say that? You don't have time for this. Get a real life. Why did you mess that up? Get back to work. What am I having for dinner? And the mind can be rude, mean, and make you feel inadequate. It can take you down these roads of thinking that can make you think there is no happiness inside. Living in the mind is utterly, truly, and completely exhausting. It's a good thing that there are many ways to get off. And with each of these thoughts slamming into you, you may notice that you have the choice to react to them or to just watch them sail by. Now, by reaching or reacting to all the crazy mind chatter, you will be thrown back into the tornado of life. If you choose instead to sit back from your mind, become the observer, you will discover that you can create a comfortable distance from every thought that passes by. A comfortable distance from every thought that passes by. Finding this observer in you is where you become the master of the winds of your psyche. So you could choose to set the intention right now to recognize the personal nature of your typical storm. You may notice that what are the concerns, responsibilities, and fears created by your mind? And how are they truly an illusion? There's really nothing that has to be done. Each of us are connected with existence, and that is enough. We don't have to do anything to be someone special to continue to exist. Our minds may believe that something important needs to get done, or else you will die. Yet, this is the type of fear-based thinking that creates those 300-mile-an-hour winds in a hurricane lifestyle. The truth is that we are all complete, whole, and truly perfect exactly as we are now in this very moment. We don't have to do anything to be perfect, period. We were born divine. No matter what happens in the chaotic outer world, our divine inner nature will always remain untouched, undamaged, and complete. Believe this for 24 hours and see what happens. Don't fake it through the mind. Believe it through the heart, mind. You no longer have to suffer in this storm. We can find the oasis of calm that lies at the middle of each moment. The secret is to learn how to quiet the mind and then reconnect with our divine nature. The easiest way to do this is to remain present to what is. This can be mastered through learning meditation. The more you meditate, the more you realize that you are not your mind and that you are infinite and untouched by any winds blowing around you. Practicing like we do every day, meditation means simply sitting in silence, watching the crazy mind chatter as it comes and goes. It is like sitting and watching the distant clouds move across a peaceful blue sky background. Our true eternal essence is the blue sky, and our thoughts are the clouds. The more we observe these thoughts without buying into them or getting caught up in them, the more we detach and find this vast infinite stillness inside of all of us. And over time, we will be able to recognize the silliness of getting caught in the mind and become truly freed from its grasp. It will be a glorious day when we all remain centered, no matter what crazy storm is brewing around us. If you've tried meditating and it just hasn't worked for you, then try a different way of meditating. Slow down whatever action you're doing and be more present to this experience. You can do a walking meditation, eating meditation, drinking meditation, non-alcohol, of course, showering meditation, or even doing the dishes meditation. Don't give up on training your mind to find peace inside. It'll be worth everything in the end. If you have become so fixated on your thoughts that slowing down doesn't work, then it's time to use stronger disciplinary measures. And this works for everybody. It's kind of an enlightenment assignment. Several times a day, at random, during this coming week, try this mind-stopping experiment. Take a deep breath into your body. It's okay to take a deep breath right now. And before you exhale, whisper the message, stop, into your mind. That's it. Whisper the message, stop, into your mind. Release the breath, and then let your body become solid and completely still, like a stone statue. Let the breathing slow way down to where you may even stop breathing for a few moments and explore this stillness. Show the mind that you are the boss. You're the boss here. And let the frozen-like energy cease all the physical activity inside. When the body finds stillness, the mind will soon follow. Just let everything come to a complete halt and bring your attention inside on who or what is looking. Now, while it might take only 30 seconds or more to find the calm, present, eternal observer, these moments are worth the price of finding peace in the center of the cyclone. We talk a lot about gratitude. And it's so important. It's astronomically important. Gratitude is a way of being. It's not something you do on occasion. It's not something you do once in a while. It's not something you do for a week and then not do it. It's not something you do once every day. Gratitude is one of the most powerful and transformational energies on the planet. Every time you are spontaneously grateful for how the universe has blessed you, you send out a high vibrational energy that starts magnetizing even more abundance into your life. Each time you bathe yourself in the energy of gratitude, you expand the knowingness inside you that you are truly an abundant being who lacks nothing at all. Gratitude is an incredible manifesting energy. It's absolutely spectacular. It allows you to tap into your own infinite creative energy where you cannot feel fear, scarcity, or doubt. When you embrace gratitude as a way of being, you are living in this consciousness daily. You've surrendered to knowing that you are already absolute with everything you need and are thankful for all that is. From this place of being, at one with all that is now, you become a massive magnet for attracting even more success, love, abundance, and divine beings into your life. Take a few moments right now to imagine what your life would look like if you were constantly living from a place of gratitude all day long. You always have the choice to be grateful for what is. You have the choice. Doesn't mean that you'll choose it, but it's highly recommended that you do. Or not grateful for what is. You have the power to choose what kinds of thoughts and feelings you focus on, and eventually Move energy into form, create it into reality, manifest into your life. You can choose to adopt an unending attitude of gratitude or remain strapped to the judgment, fear-based merry-go-round of the mind. Choosing gratitude is choosing freedom and will make your life easier than you have ever imagined. It will bring you such a vast experience of love that you will freely feel and experience your own soul. Embracing gratitude is a way of living your daily life like opening the door to a brilliant new world where the sun is always shining its warmth inside your heart wherever you are. You naturally feel the divine love and abundance that is inside you and all around you. A heart that is brimming with gratitude does not allow the mind to be cluttered with ideas, opinions, and attachments to desires. It knows itself as the source of love itself. If you have trouble staying in touch with your heart's natural grateful connection, you may have to let your mind or an inner judge attempt to squash this flame of love. The fire is not dead by any means. It just needs a little stirring. The heart that is forever thankful always breaks free from the ego's contracted thought patterns. Its natural warmth is always able to receive and give love freely. Gratitude is one of the most enlightening life experiences any of us can access at any time. You always feel lighter and less burdened by the end of the day. When you practice directing this appreciation toward yourself, others, and the world, there is a natural de-armoring process that happens. Start each day with shedding that protective armor around your heart and opening your heart to this divine feeling of appreciating everything. And gratitude is always within your reach. It is just a question of your focus. Feel it. Do you feel it? Deep within your heart? Gratitude? It's important to feel it, to know what it is. You can say it. But if you don't feel it, it won't stay with you. Remember, the mind is always there trying to intervene. Gratitude for everything. The good, the bad, and the not so good. The more we stay in gratitude, all of us, the higher the vibrational frequencies will get. Everything continues to shift. Everything continues to change. Everything continues to ascend. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. When you're able to achieve or obtain a consistent level of relaxation with your body, you will no longer feel stress. You will no longer be irritable. You will no longer be in a hurry. You will no longer be concerned about the exterior world. And only you have the power to relax your body naturally. Only you. Some of us have this fake sense of relaxation. But then we don't relax long, do we? We don't really get deep relaxation because then that little guilt comes in, that little tiny bit of, I'm not doing anything, I should be doing something, I shouldn't be so relaxed all the time. I should be doing something. I got to do things. And then that comes in, the ego mind and the guilt. And then you disrupt your relaxation. So you surrender everything. You let go of everything. Surrendering is almost like if you picture yourself butt naked in the middle of nowhere. You have nothing. Nothing, zero. No money, no nothing. This is a centering visualization for each of us. It allows us to understand, comprehend, that we are everything. You're everything. You have everything. You see how it's been reversed with us? That we're taught that everything's out there. You're nothing. You got to go get everything out there. And when you realize that you are everything, then the universe starts sending you everything. But if you think you're nothing, stress, anxiety, fear, hard on yourself, ridiculing yourself, not gentle, not kind, just the opposite, then you begin to suffer and struggle. So relax the body and let it all go. At first it's not that easy because it's that you keep wanting to hold on to things, grip them, grab them, hug them, keep them. And when you let them go, that's when they come to you. Every single time. So as you relax the body from head to toe, feel like you're leaning in to the God that you are. It's like you just fall into the God's arms and lean back and just totally let go. I guarantee you, your body will relax. You might even fall asleep. You're so relaxed. People on this planet are so stressed out, it is time to end the stress. So as you lean into the God that you are and you're completely relaxed, you don't have a care, a thought in the world, you move into the now. You step out of the mind, you step out of the ego, out of the subconscious mind. You're completely free. You begin to really, really understand that you are the God source. You always have been. You always will be. The God source. The now is all we have. We exist in the now. We don't exist tomorrow or yesterday. We exist in the now. How do you stay in the now? The moment to moment. The space between heartbeats. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, you're focused on it. It isn't as easy as you may think at first. Whatever you're doing, you're focused on it 100%. Have you ever been doing anything where you're so focused on it that nothing outside of you can't hear anything. You're not listening to anything. Not all the mind chatter, nothing. You're just focused on that moment. And no one can get your attention. Have you ever done that? Have you been ever so focused on something that on that moment that someone was trying to talk with you and they couldn't get your attention and you didn't hear them until they raised their voice to get your attention, or they touched you or tapped you? I know we've all done that more than once. That is focusing on the moment, the now. That is a prime example of what it is to focus on the now. Some of us, well, we all have these memories. Memories are great. We experience them. We kind of reminisce with ourselves and others. Oh, you remember when? Wasn't that great? That was really great. And you've ever noticed that when you experience things in this life, and have you ever noticed that there's times where things just happen, you didn't plan them, you didn't focus in everything exact and organized and planned. You just were going right along with the flow, and you experienced, and it was absolutely phenomenal. And then you say to yourself, I probably will never be able to have that again. And that is just crap. That's the ego mind. Say, never be able to create that again. No, not that particular, but many others. It's the God within you giving you an opportunity to embrace the now. In the now, you don't plan anything. You don't structure and organize anything. You go with the flow. It's difficult for us to do that. We've been so trained to do the opposite. Because some of us will go into the past. Past is death, dead, inert, doesn't exist, really doesn't. Memories exist, but the past is dead. But some of us will go on that past, elephant graveyard, fog, mist, dust, dank smell in the air, carcasses, bones. And then you're there so long that you end up dragging it with you into a future that doesn't exist, creating that future from that past and reliving that past and that future. And a lot of people on this planet will ask themselves the question, maybe not quite like this, but generically speaking, it seems like no matter what I do, I always end up here. And that's why. Some of us will go into the future, but the future doesn't really exist. Not your future, because you're creating your future in the now. But some of us will go into the future, it doesn't exist, and we'll try to make an effort to create it. We'll say, when's this going to happen for me? When is this going to happen? Why isn't this happening? How come I don't have this? And when am I going to have this? See, so we don't wonder. Wonder is great, dreaming and wondering. But wandering is another thing. Wandering in a void of a future that doesn't exist, trying to make it exist. Boy, that's a formula for very much disappointment and suffering. But the now, and you'll know it when you're in the now, because that mind chatter disappears. It's gone. It really is. But yet those thoughts that aren't yours, they aren't our thoughts. Over 90% of them aren't our thoughts. But they come in the clouds, thrashing in the sky, and we grab one. And we're in the now, right? And then we float off into these thoughts. It isn't a bad thing. But it's wonderful when you're consciously aware that you're floating off into these thoughts out of the now. And you say, I'm floating off. Here I go. I'm going off here. I understand. So you focus on your breath. And when you focus on your breath, you're in the now. 3,000% of the time, you're in the now. So whenever you have that happening, you're hurried. You've got all these thoughts rushing, and you're stressed out, and you got to get this done, or you got to do this, or you're worried about this, or you're worried about that. Focus on your breath, and you will be in the now, and all that crap will vanish. It'll just vaporize. And our breath is divine positive energy. It's absolute. Why is it divine positive energy? It's just breath. Well, it sustains the body that holds the kingdom of God. I'd say that's pretty darn divine. It focuses us. It sustains us, relaxes us, energizes us, eases us, supports us in many different ways. So understand that you are not in the body, you're watching the body with your God. You're not in the mind. You're not in the ego, you're not in the subconscious mind. They're doing their thing, but you're watching them do their thing. You're not in them. And briefly, you know that you have these, as you watch your body, you have these 7 colored wheels of light. These 7 colored wheels of light that appear, they're etheric. You can't pinch them like you can pinch yourself. They're etheric, they're spiritual bridges. And when you look at them, you start from the base of your spine, and you go all the way up to the top of your head, and you follow these wheels of light. And the coloring of them is way beyond anything you've seen on this planet. And each one has like a vapor mist, a deep, wonderful color. Each one is a flower, different flower. Each one has a different geometrical shape inside of them. And they start at the root, the red wheel of light, all the way to the crown chakra, the violet wheel of light. And all of these chakras are connected to our organs and our emotions. Each one has a specific connection. And we're blocked in this world. We're actually blocked. These energy vortexes, these chakras, are meant to assist us to navigate who and what we are, to understand our bodies, to understand how these bodies function. So they're absolutely phenomenal. Most people don't pay any attention to them. They're ignored, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way the mind and the ego work with people. You don't need to pay attention to them. So through these, we have our God force, love, light, energy, our chi, our prana, our ki. And this runs through these chakras, from the root chakra to the sacral. You got the third eye chakra, you got the throat chakra, you got the heart chakra, our pleasure center, our sexuality, our survival, our divinity, connection to the divine, pure bliss, spirituality, cosmic energy. All of this is blocked by illusions. But when we understand that, it's not a bad thing, but we understand it, so we're able to focus in the now and eliminate the interference of the mind and the ego. So you notice this God force, love, light, energy. It's running through these 7 wheels of light. And you take your breath, your divine positive energy, and you join with the God Force Love Light energy. The spirit and the physical. The soul and the body that holds the soul. And you follow these, and they go right to the top of your head, to the crown chakra. Now, we're like a fountain of energy. We're constantly emitting energy. We're being renewed with energy every split second. So this energy fountain goes up all the way through our chakras, over our head, and back down around, and it's perpetual. So when these energies, these frequencies get to the top of our head, our divine God Force Love Light energy, and our divine positive energy, our breath, we hold them there briefly. We are love, we are God, and we are one. And when we do this and we condense these energies into pure liquid energy, omnipotently powerful, we pour it over our pineal glands. Our pineal glands are really important to us. I mean, our crown chakra is connected to our pineal gland. It's a gateway to all the particles of existence. It's literally the gateway to divine essence, to everything and everything, yet nothing and nothing. Now, none of us really have a fully active, healthy, vibrant pineal gland yet. We will. So you can picture your pineal gland any way you see it through your heart-mind's motion picture. Remember, your heart-mind's motion picture, you're the producer, the director, the actors, the actresses. You're everything. You're the choreographer. You're the designer. You're the architect of your heart-mind's motion picture. So I see the pineal gland in my heart-mind motion picture as a green ball, a rosebud. And when I pour this omnipotently powerful liquid energy over it, it immediately transforms into this massive, fully bloomed rose and a wonderful, phenomenal fragrance and these just giant multicolored petals. And this rose is sending out these soft waves with the fragrance, and it just penetrates me, saturates me. And I'm overwhelmed with this deep, eternal peace and absolute gratitude, and of just an absolutely off-the-charts deep, eternal love. It's a place where you just don't care to leave. It's that transforming. And then you will discover that it is you all along. This deep, eternal peace, this absolute, phenomenal, forever gratitude, and this deep, divine love is you. It is the God source within you. Feel that. See it through your heart-mind. Smell the fragrance of the God that you are. Now all of us are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And these bodies that we're in, the heart mind, the ego mind, subconscious mind, the higher self, the spirit, the soul, the God, the pure consciousness, all one. We are heaven on earth. The soul is the heaven. The body is the earth. We are heaven on earth. And every step we take, we are creating paradise, literally. Only in the now. And we've learned to shine our light, our God force love light energy outward, flooding everything on this planet, in it, above it, and below it. Saturating all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. Deep eternal love. Deep eternal gratitude. Deep eternal peace everywhere. So if you were to look at this planet from afar, you would see that it glowed with the light of God. And you would notice that it was a paradise. So a planet with 8 billion gods shining their light, creating paradise. Something else, isn't it? That's where we're headed. And we're all parts of each other. We are all of source, of the God source. We are all gods. And we make up the one God. And we're all pure consciousness. So those who are consciously aware, parts of us, parts of the collective consciousness, because not all of the parts of the collective consciousness are awake. So we choose to communicate with those who are awake, other parts of us. So you have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, and you have the ascended masters. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. Archangels are a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. And when we do meet them, we have conversations with them. Could be out of the clear blue. Could drive up to a gas station, middle of nowhere, have a conversation with an angel. You don't realize it until afterwards. And it just kind of dawns on you. You start realizing that was not just a regular meeting there, interaction. That was something else. That was an angel. And they all have the same message, but it's portrayed or delivered to us differently every time. And when you just absolutely present it openly, simply put, it is absolutely magna glorious to be alive in these bodies, to see, to touch, to feel, to taste, to smell, to breathe. You realize that as a soul, as your true natural state of being, you don't do any of those things. You don't taste. You don't feel. You can't pick up something. You don't eat. You don't go to the bathrooms. You don't shower. You don't do any of that stuff. That's why it's so absolutely spectacular that we have this opportunity in these bodies to do these things. To be in the deepest of gratitude always. A little bit of the bliss within us bubbles to the surface every time we interact with the angels. They're good friends. They're very good friends. Understand that. Now, they can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands because of their vibrational frequency. They can carry a large number in a small area. The Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yeshua. They are those who have mastered ascension into physical form and out of physical form and hold pure consciousness God form. We have ascended into physical form or mastering physical form. We are creating our experiences in this physical form to perfect our creation. And some of us will learn and understand that we are the light. We are the God, force, love, light, energy, so that when we choose to leave these bodies, we will not follow the light, because we will know that we are the light. We will no longer fall for the trap. So all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth, all these civilizations, yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, form the circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings out there that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, to form the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this entire universe with no space to spare. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from trillions of universes from every direction, and they are with us now, consciously. We call upon all of the off-worlders, all of the celestials and galactics, yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. And the only ones that we're kind of familiar with, because over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day, and trillions throughout the universes every day. The ones we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Noras, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, and many, many, many more. Many, many, many more. Uncountable numbers. They're so vast. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they are with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, in this now. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, in this now. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of this circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which we've never seen before. As a matter of fact, we only see 1% of that which is. And the familiarity that we have with just a smidgen of them are the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they are with us now consciously. And we're all one, arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we are all one, and we are all God, and we are all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, in this now, in this liberation. The circle of light emanates from the God source that we all are, our souls, the God force, love, light, energy. And we blast it everywhere. We saturate all life on this planet, in it, above it, and below it, in this now, the highest supreme value in the universe. All of our brothers and sisters, asleep or awake, we saturate them all, perpetually, endlessly, eternally, with this pure, deep, eternal love, pure, deep, eternal gratitude, and pure, deep, eternal peace. We begin to ascend, levitate above this planet. As we do, we come into full contact with a massive ocean of glitter. And it's shooting lights. I mean, just massive arrays of vibrant colored lights that you've never seen before on this planet, reflecting back and forth everywhere, hundreds of millions of us on and off world, all consciously aware absolutely spectacular. So when we zero in on these reflections, we see these perfectly etched little mirrors that are endless. There's no end to the depth of them. And we discover that we are all teaching each other, consciously or unconsciously. We are all students of each other, of ourselves, of each other, endlessly learning, understanding, comprehending about who and what we are, and what this journey is really about. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are imbued from head to toe, inside and out, perpetually, eternally, always, with a white fire armor. This emanates from the God Force love light energy within each and every single one of us. It is our core existence, our core being. Therefore, this white fire armor cannot be penetrated, cannot be harmed. You cannot be demonized. You can't be have attachments. You invaded possessions, lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. You cannot be harmed. You cannot be harmed. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequencies low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light. It reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance. We can send them back to pure consciousness. Poof, they are gone. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray. We can purify and cleanse the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the clouds, the sky. We are the rainbows and the rain. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the trees and the forest. We are the soils. We are the animals. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are everything. So the next time that you see a sunset or a sunrise or a beautiful starlit night sky, and you're taken aback in awe of its sheer beauty, of its vastness, you're in awe of you and the God that you are and the love that you are of you. We continue to ascend above this planet. And some of us step outside our physical forms, if we're holding physical forms, and hover effortlessly above those forms. We come into full view of this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of this tower, we see this oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is a golden white sparkling bowl of light. Surrounding the golden ball sparkling wall of light There are these beautiful, shimmering, multicolored bands of light. And all of it is sending out endless waves, saturating us all. And the golden yellow ball of light is deep eternal love. And all the bands of light, deep eternal gratitude, deep eternal peace, well-being, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, prosperity, abundance, tranquility, benevolence. It's endless. Where is this coming from? It is coming from each and every one of us. It is our natural state of being. It is the now. It is the God source. We look at the top of this crystalline light tower, and at the top we've designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down in 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, as it's flooding all of us inside and out from head to toe with pure, deep, eternal love. Now we are drops of this golden ocean. We also hold the essence of this ocean. The ocean is the drops are the ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere at set center circle. We created this sphere over 3 years ago. It houses well over 1,300 of our meditations in perpetual motion. All of the highest high intent of pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude. Endless. All saturating, flooding this planet. All of its inhabitants, head to toe, inside and out. Can you feel and see the transition of a dank, dark, frequency planet into a blissful, joyful, God paradise planet? Watch the illusion vaporize. Watch the light of the gods we are completely eliminate all of the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies through lifting and ascending us all into pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude and higher and higher and higher frequencies. A whole new world, a whole new earth is about to reveal itself. Feel it. View it in your heart, mind's motion picture. And view it with the deepest, deepest, deepest of the highest gratitude. Always. I'll join you in meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. If you feel that your shields are too thick, become quiet enough inside yourself to get in touch with the core of your heart. Create some time to relax and be very, very, very still. This will absolutely help you dig beneath the shields, the resistance and wounding from the past. Use the breath as a vehicle to take you deeper inside so that you can go beneath this false protection. All armor is created for the ego, by the ego, and within the ego. The only exception is the white fire armor of the true God that you are. It is all unnecessary weight, since the soul is like sunlight and does not need defending. Once this armor is released, you will naturally feel a lighter, warmer feeling inside, and a deep state of gratitude will surface and pour through you into this world. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. And we will return here Sunday, April 18th, 2021, to continue our Global Guided Meditation Call.